If you're going to get into trucking, you have got to be a self-starter. And I'm not here to say who should or should not go into trucking, but if you're the type of person that looks to a boss or a manager for guidance and getting your day's work done, obviously you're not going to have that in owning your own trucking business. But if you're the type of person who resents that guidance and likes to do things your own way, this owner-operator thing may be just for you. Let's get after it. What trucking is great at doing is testing how much quit you have inside of you. I mean, too tired to work? Trucking doesn't care. You don't feel like working tonight? Trucking doesn't care. You want to sit on your couch and wait for that perfect setup to appear on the load board? That perfect setup may never come, and guess what? Trucking doesn't care. Now, I'm not here to talk anyone out of becoming a trucker. I hate people who are in a position that I want or that I'm trying to achieve and sit back and say, oh, what I'm doing is so hard, and the only reason I can do it is because I'm such an incredible person. I hate people like that. In fact, people like that strengthen my resolve to try that much harder to achieve whatever goal I'm trying to get. What I am here to do is, hopefully share my resolve, and hopefully you can pull something from it so that you can see the links that I'm willing to go to keep this trucking thing going, because I love being an owner-operator and I'm willing to do whatever it takes so that I don't find myself ever in the position again of having to go to like a boss or a manager and asking them how I should be spending my time. And let's talk about time here for a moment, because one thing I've come to realize after starting this whole trucking business, I've come to appreciate my time a lot more now than I used to as a W-2 employee. All these assets I own a truck, I own a trailer, but really time is my most valuable asset. And I have to be honest here, that wasn't an original thought of mine. Those words were spoken to me on this channel. I got to give a shout out to Ryan Winter. When he said that to me, that just resonated with my soul. I mean, that was just one of those things where it's like, I've always believed in that, but I couldn't articulate it into words. And, seeing it written was like, that's kind of what I'm after. That's kind of the gist of this whole thing. Time is absolutely my most valuable asset. So if you look at my Sunday, how did I spend that time? I was kind of looking at these, I would call not great rates on the load board. I mean, the load board has been real light the last 2 weeks. And, there's other ways to make money with Amazon: spot capacity, post a truck, contracts, blocks, all sorts of stuff. And I kind of tend to gravitate more towards the spot capacity. I like that. So, I'd been keeping an eye on it all day Sunday. I chose to spend my time with my family. My wife and I went to Costco. The kids watched Lou for us, and, had a full day. Again, seeing nothing on the load board that really interested me at all. And, went to Costco full day, ate dinner at home, all that stuff. And, when the nighttime came, I was telling my wife, man, I'm tired. I kind of feel like taking a nap. She's like, just hang in there till like 9, 10 o'clock. I'm getting old. 9, 10 o'clock is is late for me now. And, anyway, I'd pretty much just kind of given up on working for the day. But then at 7:08, Amazon gives me a call, and they're like, hey, we got the trailer hostler shift down at San 3, 10 hours, $1,000. And I was like, what time does it start? And they're like, 9:30 to 7:30. Here's the thing, and this is like, this kind of speaks to how much I value my time. I'm already obligated to take my kids to school, and 7:30 I couldn't work that late. I could work as late as 6:30, but 7:30 would be cutting it too close, and I couldn't meet those obligations I've already met. And it killed me, but I had to say no to the trailer hostler position. And it's just one of those things. I don't think I've ever done that. Usually when they offer it to me, I'll take it right then. I'm not saying it's easy money, but it's not fuel intensive money. You can go make about $1,000 on maybe 5-6 gallons of fuel. Killed me to say no, but I hang up with Amazon. I get on my phone, I text. I got a couple guys I've done the trailer hostler thing with, met them in person, great guys. Kind of side note here, if you're a one-person, one-truck operation with Amazon like I am, it's a great idea to make friends in this industry. When I look back at when I had to reject a load over my coolant leak, wouldn't it have been cool if I had a buddy to call and say, hey, my truck, I can't make it work right now, but is there any way you could cover this load for me? We'll work out the payment, we'll work out the financials. I'd be totally transparent in that, and like, look, this is what I'm getting paid. If this doesn't meet what your standard is, tell me what I need to pay you, and that would be money well spent as far as keeping that grade up there. But side note on this, make some friends in the trucking business. You know, if possible, I know it's convenient to kind of sit in the back of the truck, watch Netflix, play video games, but make some friends. It can be valuable to you. So I send a text message out to these guys saying, hey, look, Amazon just called me. Be on the lookout for a Sand 3 trailer hostler. I know that all of us, we do enjoy getting that shift. Yeah, we are competition with one another, but when you're a one-person, one-truck operation, it helps to have friends. And so I just give them a heads up, like, hey, look, they're on the lookout for something like this. And you know, another one got back in touch with me and said, yeah, they just called me. You know, they couldn't do it. They were tied up on another load up north, and so, you know, put it out there. A few minutes later, the spot capacity email comes out, and I'm kind of, you know, inside feeling like, man, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have made it work. But again, you know, I got to take the kids to school in the morning. And so anyway, I had pretty much all but given up on it. And then an hour after they call me, and at this point, like, I'm dressed in what I'm wearing to bed. I mean, there's no chance I'm working tonight. I've turned off the load board, turned off everything. I've committed to going to sleep at this point. Amazon calls me again. And now on the first phone call, I had told them, look, if I could get off work at 6:30, if you could do this for a 9-hour shift, I'll do it for $900 for 9 hours. They said, nope, it won't work. But an hour later, after they sent the spot capacity out, they call me up and say, hey, we'll do it from 9:30 to 6:30. Can you still do it? Do you have capacity for this? And I said, absolutely, sign me up. Now, at this point, I'm tired. I'm just exhausted. There's, you know, it's like, man, can I do that? But this is where I kind of like say, you know, what are you willing to give to make this trucking thing work? Are you willing to give up a night's sleep for $900? I am. That's kind of like a no-brainer. And it's like, you know, the thought of, you know, the money coming in kind of supersedes the feeling of tiredness I may have. It is right now 3 in the morning. I get out of here in 3.5 hours. I got to make it home by like 7:45 to take my daughter to school, swing back and pick up my son, take him to school. But, you know, yeah, like, what are you willing to give to make this trucking thing work? What's a night's sleep worth to you? And I'm not trying to sound like I'm some super person in doing this. I just know what I'm willing to do because, you know, the time that I'm given now, the time that I allow myself, nobody treats my time with as much respect as I do. And, you know, as a W-2 employee, I was showing up to a job saying like, yeah, you're here for 8 hours. Have fun putting square pegs into round holes. You know, I mean, it's like, that's what I'm going to do all day. And to be able to call these shots, I love it. What does my night look like tonight? Just a bunch of, you know, moving trailers from parking slips to dock doors to parking slips, a bunch of those. Some people think it's monotonous. Again, I kind of focus on the lack of fuel I'm spending, and, you know, to come out of this $900 up on maybe 5 or 6 gallons of fuel feels like a good decision to me. But as always, I hope this video serves you well. Appreciate you for watching. Take care.